ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। Yeah. Let's chant from 13 onwards. अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां
अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां
मैत्रः करुण एव च
मैत्रः करुण एव च
निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः
निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः
समदुःखसुखः क्षमी
समदुःखसुखः क्षमी
सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी
सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी
यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः
यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः
मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिः
मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिः
यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः
यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः
यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोकः
यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोकः
लोकान्नो द्विजते च यः
लोकान्नो द्विजते च यः
हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैः
हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैः
मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः
मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः
अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्षः
अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्षः
उदासीनो गतव्यथः
उदासीनो गतव्यतः
सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी
सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी
यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः
यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः
यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि
यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि
न शोचति न काङ्क्षति
न शोचति न काङ्क्षति
शुभाशुभपरित्यागी
शुभाशुभपरित्यागी
भक्तिमान् यः स मे प्रियः
भक्तिमान्यः स मे प्रियः.
Shloka 17 is what we need to resume from. यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति. So here the words have to be rearranged. Na krishyati, na krishyati. One who is not subject to elation. Na shochati. The third word and the first word should go together. And 2 and 4 should go together. Okay? Because krishyati, opposite of krishyati is shochati. One who is not subject to elation and sorrow. Not subject to. So one who is not subject to happiness, if you say, that means the person can never be happy, you know. And never be sad, never be happy also. That's like a stone. Even a stone is never happy. Stone also is never sad, you know. And that's why some people ask the question, isn't it better to be born as a stone? So I've been asked this question several times. And it's very attractive. Why is life like this? Why did God create us? I think it would be better to be as a stone. And guess what? The stone lives a long life also. Very, very, very long life. Neither happy, na hrishyati, na sochati. That's how we should be. So anyway, we are what we are. And so thankfully, we can even ask this question. The stone cannot ask this question. The stone will say, why am I like this? You people are all having a lot of fun. And he made me like this. We should go and have a satsang with stones. Then only you will hear their problems. You know, simply sitting and thinking about ourselves is not enough. We should talk to everybody. And so, not given to extremes of emotions. That's the idea here. Not that they don't have emotions. In fact, their emotions are they're very very sensitive, and so they have to respond because the mind cannot. A mind of a jnani, especially anybody's mind for that matter, cannot just watch something, hear something, and then not respond. Not even eyelid also not blinking. It's not possible. That's not the way we are meant to be. Therefore, we have to understand these things very carefully. Viveka is there for a jnani. Jnanam is there. And therefore, like the waves on the ocean, things are going to go up and down. So there will be reasons for being happy. There will be reasons for being sad. But I am not that. I am not subject to that. Atma is not subject to that. And therefore, that person's vision is entirely different. And therefore, na hrishyati, na shochati. Pain can be experienced. I don't like to have the pain. That also can be there. But I am not sorrowful. That's a beautiful vision. And pain is an attribute of the body. This is how the body is made. And but I am the observer of pain. I am the observer of the body. I am Atma. Therefore, observer of an object cannot be the object. Two different things altogether. Therefore, that's why with that jnanam, that person does not subject himself or herself to elation nor depression. Okay. And then, it's like, sometimes that viveka is needed. It has to be, whenever sorrow, especially sorrow, sadness, something happened that we don't like, etc., sadness. So it's like while driving, those who have driven long distances will know this. And sometimes what happens, the sleep will strike. The mind becomes drowsy, and then it takes, and then after a few minutes, it becomes more frequent. And then after some time, the eyes are actually closing. For a fraction of a second, it's closed. It happened to me. Several times it has happened. Because, weekends and all, I was conducting classes, even in Houston. I used to go from place to place. And so then what happens? These long drives, even long means what? Even 45 minutes drive. It's not that long, but that is enough. That is enough for the body to just relax and then just go to sleep. And so I used to stop my car. I used to get into a gas station and then just stop there. And then just close the eyes and relax for a while, even if I'm late for a few minutes. And we have to do that. We have to do that. So that viveka has to be there. So closing the eyes, feeling drowsy, nobody can stop. But if that were to happen, recognize it's happening. That is the jnani. Viveki also can do that. But jnani, of course, in complete measure. And so that's what they say. When you're happy, don't promise anything. When you're sad, don't make any decisions. Don't make decisions when you're sad. When you're angry, don't speak. When you're angry, you just say, wait. I'm very upset right now. I'm very angry. Can we talk some 5 minutes later? Let's just get out of here. I'll also get out of you. Okay, we'll just part ways for some time. Don't speak, because anger and speech, because viveka is lost. These is moments, viveka is gone. And so, for a jnani though, na hrishyati, na shochati, na dveshti, na kankshati. Okay. Dvesha is dislike, and extremes of dislike, hatred, all that is dvesha. And anger also will go along. When hatred comes, anger is not far away if you push it. And so, anger, hatred, the person is free from the impacts of raga dvesha, not free from raga dvesha. Okay, please keep that in mind. Raga dvesha is an attribute of every mind. Ichha Shakti is there. Ichha means Anichha will be there. The Shakti it is. It's a Shakti, beautiful Shakti. Because you can desire for whatever you want. That desire, which even a cow, no animal can desire for anything they want, even though they are also beings. But the human being, whole entire world is available. They look at the moon and say, I wish I can travel in space. I wish I can travel in space. No animal can. That thought no animal can get. No chance. Even though the animals are these animals, terrestrial animals are watching birds fly. I wish I can fly like this. Sparrow, look at the small bird. Amazing, it's flying. I'm so big and I can't do anything. I'm stuck here. No, this idea the animal won't get. So, therefore, likes and dislikes will be there. But how I manage my likes and dislikes as a karma yogi and as a jnani, Krishna is saying, na dveshti, na kankshati. The person is not a victim at all. And likes will be there. Gajananam bhudaganati sevitam kapitta jambu palasara bhakshitam. We chant it every day. You know what we say? You, Ganesha, namaskar. And then kapitta jambu palasara bhakshitam. You are the one who likes this kapitta and jambu fruits. Kapita means in Tamil, it's called blamber in Tamil. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. Wood apple. I think it's called wood apple. Wood apple. There's also another fruit called elephant apple. If you Google, you will see it. Wood apple is what it is. Wood apple means what? It's a fruit that's this big. Okay. And it has a hard shell. And you break the hard shell, then there is some tasty fruit inside. And it seems the elephants like it. And so they make, during Ganesh Chaturthi here, they make a pachadi, a chutney out of that blamber, that fruit. So blambaya pachadi they make. So Ganesha also likes something. He also has a like, and he'll go after it also. Modaka is, of course, always there. And then like this, we have so many, every devata has like some. Payasanna Priya Purna. Lalita Sahasranam. Payasanna Priya. We say, you are the one who likes payas. Payas.
Dadyanna Suprakriteha.
Payasanna priya tvakstha pashuloka bhayankari, etc. So she likes all these things. But then you know who she is? She is Purna. Is Purna also. Because Purushartha Prada Purna. She is a Purushartha Prada. Means she is the one who can give us our Artha, Dharma, Kama and Moksha. More importantly, Moksha. And she can give us Moksha because she's Purna. Purushartha Prada Purna. Okay. So she can still say, I am a Paisanna Priya. She can say that. So like this, Devatas also have likes and dislikes. So likes and dislikes will be there with us. Nothing wrong with it at all. Okay. Then, so this Dveshti. So in Ramayana, Swamiji gives just briefly mentions Lakshmana's anger. How when Rama was told to leave the forest, leave for the forest, sacrifice the kingdom. Lakshmana was furious that night when he came to hear about it. Furious. And I was looking up Ramayana yesterday. He's so furious. You know what he says? He says, how can anybody do this to Rama? Some person who has not hurt anybody, who is most compassionate. Without mentioning his mother's name, he says this for some time. He says, father, he says, I will cut off my father's head. Anybody who sends Rama to the forest, I will just finish the entire army off. Whoever does anything to Rama, I will just vanquish them. So he says, let us do this. Let us come back to senses and let us settle matters right now. This is night time, okay, in the palace. Let nobody know about this. Means outside preparations are going on for Pattabhisheka of Rama. And let's all settle right now. Like that, he goes on and on. And Valmiki is just writing shloka after shloka. And then Rama steps in. Rama says, these shlokas are so beautiful. I was reading these shlokas. He says, give up this Kshatriyatvam, brute force Kshatriyatvam you have. Kshatriyatvam is needed, but this brute force, this rage, this anger, and that kind of stuff you give up. Okay? You have to come back to senses. Okay? And he spends Rama, there's 80 shlokas, goes on and pacifying Lakshmana. Pacifying Lakshmana. That's the amount of rage. Dvesha, it means include anger, krodha. Okay? I wrote some shlokas here. Okay, look at this. Okay? Rama is now telling, Rishina cha piturvakyam kurvata vratacharina kaurhata janata dharmam kanduna pivipaschita. See, the chanting style has to change. You can't chant Bhagavatam Ramana like we chant Bhagavad Gita. Okay, you have to change the tune, you have to start singing almost. Okay. So he's saying, look, there was a rishi called Kandu, Rishina Kanduna. Gaur Hata. That rishi killed a cow. Okay. Gohatya deserves capital punishment in our culture. And so he killed a cow. And did he not know that killing a cow deserves capital punishment? Janata dharma. He is the one who knows all dharma. He is a rishi. Okay. Still he killed a cow. Why? Piturvakyam kurvata vratacharina. He was listening to, father said, do it. Therefore, vratacharina, he has the vratam. What is the vratam? Pitruvakya paripara. Father said it, so there must be a reason for it. I may not know what the reason is. And so, he followed father's orders. Okay? Yeah, Rama is explaining all these things. Okay? Next. Then he says, Look at this. Asmakam chakule purvam sagarasya ajnaya pituhu kanadbhis sagarai bhutam avaptas sumahan madaha. It's, I wish if I had time, I feel like I should. I've heard Sankheka Ramayanam and all. Swami Tattvadanandaji said it so beautifully. It's there in my head. At time, I feel like saying it one day. Just take a series of sessions on that. It will be so beautiful. So beautiful. It will just shake us up. It will just get all our emotions out. The way that whole scene that night between Dasharatha and Kaikeyi and Rama, Lakshmana, that whole scene, you just see it, it will just shake us up completely. That's how Valmiki has described all this. What this our Swamis, what they will say? If somebody is having difficulty in life, somebody has some, they will say, listen to Ramayana. You know why they say that? Because if you listen to Ramayana, the pain that Dasharatha and Rama and Sita and others, everybody finally, even Kaikeyi felt a lot of pain later, went through is so unimaginable. We can't even imagine. So that itself will calm us down. Oh, my problem is not really that big. That kind of feeling we will get. So he says, this Sagara, this Ganga, story of how Ganga came, right? So Sagara is there, and then this Bhagiratha is there. Then that one son, what's his name? Asamanjas is there. So all this story is there. So he's saying, the Sagara sons, they dug the entire earth in search of Ganga, or in search of that Rishi. One Rishi is there. I forgot the name of that Rishi now. So they went searching. And so they went through this kind of painful act. Digging the earth is not easy. They kept on digging. And so, Sagaraihi, Kanadbihi, they were digging. Kananam, Kritam, Taihi. Okay. Then, Asmakam cha Kule Purvam. Asmakam Kule, Rama reminds us, this is our people. Okay. And Purvam, long ago, they did all this. Why did they do it? Sagarasya Pituhu Adhyaya. Father told them, this is what you should. We committed a blunder. We disturbed a Rishi, and Rishi cursed us. In order to neutralize the effect of the curse, we have to do this. Go and find this Rishi. Okay, then one more example he gives. Look at this. Jamadajnena Ramena Renuka Janani Swayam Kritta Parashuraranyai Piturvachanakarina. He's saying, there was a Rama before me. Ramena. There was a Rama before me. Before me, not this Rama. Before me, there was a Rama. What kind of Rama is? Jamadajnena Ramena. There was a Rishi called Jamadagni. And Jamadagni had a son called Rama. He ended up later, he was called as Parashuram. Okay. What did this Rama do? Swayam, by himself, Renuka Janani Kritta. Killed his own mother, Renuka. Okay. And Parashuna, with his Parashu, with an axe, he killed her, killed the mother, Aranya, in the forest. Why did he do this? Why would anybody kill their own mother like this? Piturvachanakarina. Piturvachanam, father's words. Father had a reason for doing it, therefore I was told to do it, therefore I'll follow father's orders. Father's words are orders for me. Therefore, like this all this happened. And you are telling me to ignore father's words and just continue life like that? Is this what our life is meant for? Like this, Rama is talking about. So, Rama had no, this na dveshti, na kankshati, na krishyati, na sochati. Only such a person can talk like this. can bring back our entire dharma to ourselves. And then, so we learn a lot from our Adhyasas. Then what? Shubha Shubha Parityagi. That person, Shubha and Ashubha are two words which are very, in Vedanta, they refer to what? Punyam and Papam. Punya Papa Parityagi. That is the meaning of Shubha Shubha Parityagi. They know very well. Papam, of course, nobody wants. Punyam, what about Punyam? At least must be good. You must want Punyam. No, the Jnani knows very well. Punyam is, Papam is a shackle. Punyam is a golden shackle. Golden shackle. That's what the difference is. And so whether you want to suffer under the hot sun or whether you want to be depressed in an air-conditioned room, that is the choice. And so nobody wants to be depressed, air-conditioned or non-air-conditioned. Okay? And so, and therefore they know, Tvam bhuktva swargalokam vishalam kshine punye martyalokam vishanti. Yes, you can enjoy, no problem. Punyam is good. But that goodness will continue and then it will be replaced by Papa karma and then Punya karma, Papa karma. This Mishra. Mishra, that is the meaning of the word Mishra. Last name Mishra means what? We're all Mishras. Papa Punya Mishras. They're all Papa. That they know. And so, Papa karma is given up. Shubha Shubha Parityagi. Papa karma is given up because there is no need to do any Papa karma. What about Punya karma? Well, nothing to gain from Punya karma also, because it comes under the category of cause and effect. Karma, karma, phalam, phalgudaya liyate. That which perishes is called phalam. Therefore, the result of punya also will perish. And I am somebody who is not subject to any karma or any karma phalam. That person knows. And so the person engages in punya karma, really speaking. All the puja, prarthana, and shastra pathanam and all is a punya karya, right? It gets a lot of punya to the person. But guess what? That person is the only person who does punya karma without getting any punya. That's the irony. Punya karma. It's all punya karma. Helping people is punya karma. Teaching is punya karma. So much punya. Loka sangrahartham. So much punya karma is done. Lot more than many other people. But none of the punya karma touches this person. Person doesn't want punya also, really speaking. So that is how it is. Sarvarambha parityagi bhaktiman yas same priya. That kind of a person who is a bhakta. Bhaktiman means what? One who has bhakti is called bhaktiman. So same priya. We saw it last time. So let's translate this. The one who does not get elated is not hostile. The one who does not get elated is not hostile, does not grieve, does not desire, who has completely given up punyam and papam, and who has bhakti, or devotion, is dear to me. Is dear to me. We read that. The one who does not get elated is not hostile, does not grieve, does not desire, who has completely given up punyam and papam, who has bhakti, and who has bhakti is dear to me.
Guruji, here punyam papam in bracket pala is better, no? Or it's karma is also there.
Okay. So here punyam and papam is referring to phalam only. 20 phalam. And refers to karma also. Karma is given up. Karma is given up completely. Therefore, phalam also is given. Yeah, both are connected. Next shloka. Samashatrau cha mitre cha
समः शत्रौ च मित्रे च
तथा मानापमानयोः
तथा मानापमानयोः
शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु
शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु
समसङ्गविवर्जितः
तमः सङ्गविवर्जितः
समशत्रौ च मित्रे च
समः शत्रौ च मित्रे च
तथा मानापमानयोः
तथा मानापमानयोः
शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु
शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु
समसङ्गविवर्जितः.
तमः सङ्गविवर्जितः. धन्यवादः.
So if we were to chant it like as though if this shloka were in Ramayana, how would we chant it? Samashatrau cha mitre cha. This is South Indian, okay? This Tamil Nadu area. North में कैसा chant करते हैं, I don't know. Okay, so pardon me about that. Okay, Samashatrau cha mitre cha तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समसङ्गविवर्जितः. I hope some of you will agree with that. Huh? Very beautiful. It's a different tune. I mean, we have developed so much, So, anyway, similar idea being extended here. Shatrau cha mitre cha samaha. In an enemy and in a friend, the feelings are identical. The vision is identical. That's the literal meaning of this phrase. Okay, first quarter of this phrase. Now, a wise person can be an enemy of somebody. It's hard to imagine. But will a wise person have enemies? Jnani have enemies, if we ask. It's possible, very possible. Because criticism can come from any quarter at any time. Okay. Just by being oneself, just by being who we are. One can develop jealousy, oh, the person is calm, the person knows so much, oh, the person knows Sanskrit, I don't know Sanskrit. So so then jealousy can come. Jealousy can become hatred. Okay, hatred, extreme hatred is there, means then that's what becomes this shatru. Person becomes a shatru. So that's what Swamiji says. Just by being a Swami, one can have enemies. Enemies means one can have people who don't like all this. How come they know so much? They have not studied even college, have done a PhD. Okay, so some confusion. This is all confusion-based thinking. This is all confusion. How come they never worked in companies? I worked in big companies, and this guy talks so much. Yeah, this is called confused thinking. So some confusion causes this. So Shatru, if a Shatru is there like that, okay, then the person is not going to be threatened, affected by such a person. Neither can the person begin to like a mitram, a friend, a person with a friendly disposition. Okay? Similar. Why? Because their essence is the same. Even the mitram is an ajnani. Shatru also is an Ajnani. The wise person says, hey, both of you have to change, really speaking. Both of you have to change. Just because you are my friend, just because you think you are my friend. Okay, doesn't mean game is over. Game is continuing. Okay, so therefore there can only be sameness. Both people can be sitting in class of that jnani. Okay, both people have to know the same thing, have to go through the same journey. Okay, because the guy who seems nice here, next janma can, the papa karma can take over. We don't know what's going to happen. And so, so samatvam, so raga dvesha varjitam. That raga, I hate this guy and I love this person. They may express, oh, I like this, I like that. Like that they may say. But the hatred can't be there, because even the Swami wants anybody who has those kinds of negative attributes also to change. To change. And the person will change. If there is association with the sannyasi, with the Swami, definitely change will come. Definitely. Therefore, samaha, shatraucha mitrecha. And good people will always have enemies. Mahabharata is the best example. Pandavas constantly harassed by our Duryodhana and gang. Constant. You read Mahabharata and you you wonder, where are good times coming to these people? Is the story going to end? Are they going to live happily ever after? Is that going to come or not? This is the question we have. So they are constantly harassed, and so. But will a jnani put up with violence? Put up with adharma? No. No chance. In fact, he or she will be the first person to say, this is wrong. What you're doing is wrong. Change. Right now, you might have to change. It's not right. And so, doesn't matter who he, she is. Related, not related, everything. Arjuna himself shot an arrow at his guru. So therefore, a guru also can shoot an arrow at a student. Means shoot an arrow means what? Can condemn the actions of somebody. And so no problem here at all. Absolutely. Just like a mother would restrain a child purely out of love, out of the desire for doing good for the child. Tatha mana apamana yoho. Mana and apamana. We've seen it before. Mana means honor. Honor. Apamana is dishonor, disgrace, disrespect. Okay. So all of us have had these emotions. So these are physical actions of honor, being honored. Okay. Somebody garlands you somewhere. That's an honor. And you go to a friend's home, they honor you by giving you something, by offering you, dishes they never made because you came, they made this dish. Okay. So that's an honor, obviously, correct? And so honor, that love is expressed in that form. All these are honor. Mana, these are all called mana. And like this, apamana is there. Swamiji gives an example, very interesting example. He says, the person is going to garland you. Okay. Then he says, oh, no, this is not for you. This is for him. Can you look at the example they give? Huh? And so now what happens? The dangerous thing to do. Suppose they have different types of garlands for different people. Okay. Just imagine Swami is there. Some politicians are there on stage. Then you do like this and the guy extended the head also. You can't just go like that. Not correct at all. Apamana. This is just the apamana. So it's called apamanam. So it's not similar to Isman no dvijate lokaha we saw in the previous loka. And so no control. We can only have, even in our own actions and behavior, we don't have control. how are we going to have control over how people and situations are going to unfold and how they are going to do this to you? Nobody has any control. Today he might respect you, tomorrow he may turn around also. We don't know. And so, best thing is to what? Just come back. Come back to yourself. Somebody sent a note. Okay. He's doing very good work. He's a Christian. And he sent me a note saying, Jaykumarji, I'm so pained to see all this violence happening in India. He is doing a lot of work. He is helping children. He is helping families. He is helping girls who are abused. All that he's doing. Very good work he's doing. And he sent me that note some time ago, recently. I'm so pained. See, I told him, yeah, it's very true. And it's very sad that all these things are happening. But as a leader, you have to find a way not to be pained by it. Only then you can do your job properly. If you are pained yourself, how can you do a good job? If a surgeon looks at somebody bleeding, leg is bleeding, accident, everything is bleeding, and that guy is crying, weeping, and surgeon also starts crying along with the patient. This guy is not a surgeon. The first job to do is go to a different surgeon. Surgeon cannot sit and cry. Okay, you just focus on the job and do what is to be done. That's why I'm going to a surgeon. So I gave this example to him, and so he found it to be interesting. And this is the first time I had this kind of conversation with him. I mean, he had never. And then I gave him a little idea about. He said something about God and all that, and I said, okay, if you are the one wanting to talk about God, I also can talk about God. And so I sent him some messages, and he liked that, I think. So we'll see where the discussion goes. So yeah, so you better learn to deal with all. This is how life is. And so Vishwarupa Darshana is there. Deal with all those things. Learn to deal with it. And I have to. Shastram, of course. I can keep telling myself this is how life is, this is how life is, this is how life is. No, but Shastram is not like that. This is how life is, we know that. But Shastram takes us beyond that. Okay. So, who does not face apamana? Everybody faces apamana. All our stories, Pandavas full of apamana. Rama, Sita, everywhere apamana. And go to the forest, again, Surpanaka comes and says, Rama, you should marry me. And Lakshmana thinks that's an apamana. Rama did not think so. Rama was just smiling. He didn't think so. But Lakshmana always gets upset. And so, apamana all the way. And recently, a friend told me this. Very interesting. He went to this Madurai Meenakshi temple. I mean, he lives in Coimbatore. And he's retired from government service. He was a research scientist in the in one of the research departments, and very high position and all. He was an advisor, scientific advisor to India and all. And he retired. And then he said, Jaykumar, I was invited to this Meenakshi temple because he was a Veda party. Even though he learned the Vedas, Yajurveda and all. He's a Yajurvedic Veda party. So he's known for that. And so because of that, he was invited to this temple. Then he goes to the temple. And then the people there who are managing the crowd, come on, keep moving. Keep moving. Hey, I purchased this 100 rupees ticket. Okay, I can enter. I have a special entrance, I can. Yeah, you should have told me that before itself. So you should keep shouting and continue to keep shouting. Okay. And then he tells me, I got all this shout. Then 1 minute later, they welcomed him. Oh, sir, doctor, yeah, from Coimbatore, Veda party. And then all this garland and then this shawl and everything they're putting. Here, apamana. And then a few seconds later, mana. Apamana, mana. So this is how life is going to be. Okay, very interesting it is. And so he was telling me and just smiling. And therefore, if ever we feel that there is a risk of us getting insulted, etc. What we should do? We should memorize this sloka. Samashatraucha mitrecha tatha manapamanayo. And then keep on chanting it. Samashatraucha mitrecha tatha manapamanayo. Samashatraucha mitre. Like that, keep memorizing it. And then keep that as a kavacha, as a protecting cover for us, armor. Okay, then what? Shitoshna sukha dukkheshu samaha. Shitoshna sukha dukkheshu samaha. We've seen this before, right? Where did we see it?
Chapter 2, 14.
Chapter 6, okay? Chapter
No,
6.
chapter 2.
Chapter 2. First we saw
Chapter
in
6.
chapter 2. Let's go to chapter 2, okay? So, matra sparsha stu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhada. Hey, Arjuna, look, let me tell you a secret about the sense organs, how it works. Okay. The sense organs are like a thermometer. Okay. And they give you some sensation. And you have Raga Dvesha also. So combine Raga Dvesha with these sense organs. It's a highly potent combination. Potent. And so, Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Shitoshna Sukadukkadaha. And these are all, therefore you say cold and hot, pleasant, unpleasant. And these are all just sources of sukha and dukkha. That is all there. That is all there. Sukha dukkha daha. That is what he has summarized. Krishna summarized all the entire world of objects into 2 words or 1 word. Sukha dukkha daha. They can only give you sukha or dukkha. These are only 2 possibilities. And because you have raga dvesha and you don't know how to manage them, what gives sukha today will give dukkha tomorrow. Correct? New car. Tomorrow dukkha. Why? Because every 3 months you have to go to the mechanic. You have to call him. And you have to develop a relationship with the mechanic. From salesperson to mechanic. So dukkha only, constantly. So, therefore, these are what? Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkha, Ajaha, Mrityuhu, or Janma, Mrityu. Sorry, Janma, Mrityuhu. Opposites only, constantly. Growth means decay, Vardhanam, Pakshiyanam. Like this, everything is like this. Dvandva. So, Dvandva. That is why Krishna uses the word Dvandva in many places in this chapter. We saw that in the 4th chapter. Yadricha labha santushtaha dvandvatito vimatsaraha. Okay, 422. Okay. He talks about that wise person as a dvandvatitaha, one who knows, who is beyond this pairs of opposites. Any pair of opposites you bring up, he knows opposites are all mithya. And so I am not, Atma is not subject to any dvandva. Dvandvatitaha. And then what? In 7th chapter also we saw. Ichha dvesha samuthena dvandva mohena bharata. Hey Bharata, sarva bhutani sammoha. This whole world of beings is deluded, confused by what? Ichha dvesha samuthena dvandva mohe. Ichha dvesha. So likes and dislikes are there. And all the corresponding dvandva moha. He calls dvandva as moha. And taking this as absolutely real. Profit, loss. Profit is real, therefore loss is also real. Absolutely real. Arey, aisa hota hai. It's how it is. And like that also, even practically we can't take it. Profit, just jump up. Loss, then just sulk. Okay, this is what happens. And so he said that. Ichha dvesha samuttena. Dvandva mohena. So, he refers to samsaris. Then next shloka there in the 7th chapter, he says, Yesham tvantagatam papam jananam punya karmanam. On the other hand, those people who, because of their punya karma, Te dvandvamoha vinirmuktaha bhajante mam dridhavrataha. They have figured it out. They have figured out that this dvandva cannot be my nature. My nature has to be something beyond this. Otherwise, there's no purpose in this world. Correct? There is no finality. The finality has to be there. Otherwise, something is wrong. I'm missing something, you know. So he said all that in that 7th chapter itself. So therefore, for a karma yogi, Shitoshna Sukhada, the 2nd chapter, what did he say? Shitoshna Sukhadukadaha Agama Apayino Nityaha Tam Stitikshasva Bharata. Put up with it. Why you have to put up with it? Because you don't really have a choice. Better learn to put up with it. Complaining is of no use, absolutely. So put up with it and do what is to be done. That is for a karma yogi. That's an advice given to Arjuna. That's an advice. Jnani also will put up with all these things, but it's not a karma yoga bhavana. It is jnana yoga. Comes from jnana yoga. Comes from the jnanam. Therefore, that person also is going to be subject to the same Shita and Ushna, right? Cold and heat, etc. No difference at all in terms of the actual feeling. But how one responds to that, there is a huge difference. Okay? And so for a jnani, it's a natural expression. Whereas for a karma yogi, some deliberation has to be done. Some effort has to be expended. Okay? Sangha vivarjitaha. Sangha vivarjitaha. Sangha. Sangha is there. Okay, indrisyate ragadvesham vyavasthito. So Sangha is there for everybody, Krishna says. Every object in this world, excuse me, every object in this world, people, things, everything, Sangha is there, going to be there. And now, Sangha vivarjitaha. Somebody says, I want to go to Rishikesh. I want to go somewhere where it is very calm and quiet and peaceful, people go to ashrams to, so it is calm and quiet. Not because sannyasi is teaching there, some Swamiji is teaching something. Let me find out what is all this. But they are teaching something here. I thought only in colleges they teach, but here also they are teaching. My goodness, so many students are sitting and listening. Not that for that reason they go. They go because, oh, nice. And especially you go to our ashram here in Coimbatore, peacocks are running around. And it's just, I'm simply amazed. And so people want calm, the peace of mind they need. Okay. So this guy wants some peace of mind, he runs away. But then after some time, he says, oh my God, I left my wife and children and everybody there, and they are not able to enjoy all these peacocks and all this great weather. He becomes sad. After going to ashram, he becomes sad. Which is better? Which sadness is better? Sitting at home and being sad, or being in the ashram and being sad? Unfortunately, both sadnesses are identical, So, Sangha Vivarjita. That's why he said Sangha Vivarjita. Visheshena Varjita. Sangha Varjita means it's like after having a nice meal, if somebody offers you the same thing that you like, gulab jamun, what will you say? No, thank you. No. Happily you say thank you. Even though this is the thing you love. That's the first thing you had for lunch also. Before having the other main dishes we went for the gulab jamun. Okay. And now you're not taking gulab jamun. Sangha Varjita. I'm Sangha Varjita. I don't have any Sangha. And then what happens? Let 2 more hours pass. Then you'll ask, where is that gulab jamun? Where did you keep it? You had some extras, no? This is our Sangha Varjita. Just going up and down and up and down. But here Krishna is using the word Sangha Vivarjita. Means likes and dislikes are not given up. Whatever is liked, continues to be liked only. But then dependence is not there. No longer any dependence, okay, on anything. And so we saw it, right? Anapekshaha, was it? Yeah, anapekshaha. Shloka number 16. Anapeksha shuchir dakshaha. There is no dependence on anything that is liked also. And no aversion to that anything that is disliked. Why? Because that's the way things are. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitosha sukha dukkada. That's how it is. And so, therefore, but now since I am Satchidananda Atma, body can be subject to pain, but Atma is free from sorrow completely. So that person is Sangha Vivarjitaha. Okay, let's translate this shloka. Tamashadrau cha mitre cha tatha manapamanayoh shitoshna sukhadukkeshu tamasanga vivarjitaha. The one who is the same with reference to the one who is the same with reference to an enemy and a friend. The one who is the same with reference to an enemy and a friend, comma, so too, comma, honor and disgrace. Honor and disgrace. Comma, the same with reference to cold, heat, pleasure, and pain. The same with reference to cold, heat, pleasure, and pain. And free from attachment. Free from attachment. After that, you have to put 3 dots because that's going to continue in the next shloka. Sentence is not complete yet. Okay? So, the one who is the same with reference to an enemy and a friend, so too honor and disgrace, semicolon, the same with reference to cold, heat, pleasure, and pain, and free from attachment. The last and within brackets. We'll continue in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Guru Namaha. Harihi Om.